going on? Okay. What'd you think about this episode, Gianna?
I enjoyed it.
I did too. Yay! We fucking loved an episode. Aren't you all happy out there? No, it was definitely one of the better ones this season. A lot of stuff happened. I enjoyed it. Okay. So at first we see Spencer sleeping on Ezra's desk at school. I thought it was a dream at first.
Was she planted there by someone?
Was it just the drugs?
Did she actually drive there? Did she sleepwalk?
Nobody really knows what's up with that yet.
Wakes
but it was
up
just a little
and
weird.
puts on some shower shoes and gym shorts, and she's ready to call it a day.
Then we have Ezra saying to her, like, you're heading down a dangerous path. Everybody's automatically assuming that it's, him being creepy and being like an asshole, being like, oh, you're fucking with the wrong person. But I honestly do think that maybe he is concerned about her now. I do.
Yeah, concerned by it.
I do feel like he might be concerned about her. I feel like maybe he didn't want to blow his cover.
Concerned about Spencer. Why? Just give me one good
Because
reason.
she's important to Arya.
Oh, okay.
Whatever,
But
Sarah.
he wasn't concerned about lying to Arya.
All right, Sarah, enough.
Oh, I'm not allowed to have my opinion. Okay. All right. That's all I need to know.
So we have Ezra saying to Arya about, giving her the folder, the file, and Spencer's file, and whatever, and he was trying, whether he was trying to ruin her credibility or help her, whatever. Arya's text messages are not going through. Is it because maybe just a coincidence, or...
They didn't say that they were purposely ignoring her text prior to
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Like, Emily went to go... No, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. What was her text messages not going through for a reason? Was it just coincidence, or were they avoiding her because they didn't want to tell her about it? It could be anything. Because Emily did look like, really? You texted us? You know what I mean?
Did.
But it could have just been them playing it off like they didn't want to speak to her. So then we have the girls not believing Spencer. Spencer, they find out about Spencer's drug problem and whatever. And that really pissed us off because you have the fact that Ezra handed Arya those papers. First of all, what teacher's going to do that? Whether you're dating a student or not. I know you already, broke a couple rules already by dating your student, but... what teacher's going to do that? Like, you don't, I don't know. If he really was concerned about her, he should have went right to the parents. Right to her parents, to begin with. You don't discuss that with another student. Then we have the prescription pad with Ren's name on it fall out of her purse. She says that she doesn't know how it got there. Then again, that ties in with the sleepwalking. Maybe did she have it? She just didn't know. Or did somebody plant it?
2 episodes ago, we did see at the end of the episode
that A had the, the prescription pad. But Mona and Ezra's little tiffle
rendezvous,
there. Little whatever you want to call it at the restaurant.
The Apple Rose Grill.
Like April.
Yeah,
what's it? April Rose?
Like April Rose is popping up sometimes, and now we have Apple Rose. Ew.
And Mona tells Ezra that she can't help her anymore, and he's like, I need your help. Like, I need you to do something for me, whatever.
For such a small town, there's like 45,000 restaurants.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Ezra say... Someone sees a helmet and a tattoo and goes off the deep end. So, Arya questions that. She's like, how did you know that she just saw the helmet and the tattoo? Like, you know what I mean? That wasn't in any reports or anything. And yeah, you must have told me. Yeah. Okay. We're just running through this quick because we have some stuff to talk about at the end. This pavilion, Ambrose Pavilion, whatever it is, they would have... They set him up, whatever. He would not have had to
Right.
write that down.
Right. If he was the person that went back and altered the entry in the Allie's diary, then he would have known right off the bat what the name of it was without having to write it down.
Yeah, he would have known. We're at the Norristown Zoo, whatever. He moved everything in his A layer. We see Arya go downstairs, looks at it, nothing's there, great. Moved everything in his A layer, why? Or A layer, research layer, whatever you want to call it. Then she goes over to the carnivore book. Ooh, Carnivore's Delight, yay! Everything you need to know about grilling when you're a vegetarian. Obviously, it piqued her interest, it caught her attention, and she opens it up, and there's pages for a book. The first thing I learned, the first thing that came out of Allie's mouth was a lie. The first thing she told me was a lie.
Lies beget lies.
Yeah, whatever. So,
And then discussing kissing her, don't forget that,
Yeah.
about how she lies when she's kissing you.
but then we have, he comes into the apartment. She left her keys there. Silly girl. Left her keys there, and we see her, she's starting to panic, whatever. He knows that she knows. Then, poof, Ezra hops on the lift.
Yeah, how the hell? Like, she's running through the woods, he calls her, she puts the phone on silent, and suddenly, as she's pulling down the freaking bar, there he is.
Sitting underneath the bar that she just pulled down. That was weird. And then Arya says to her, "You thought you got her pregnant."
Well, to him, you mean.
Well, yeah, it says to him, "You thought you got her pregnant." So obviously their relationship was more than just, more than that. And then naturally the book falls. Bye-bye.
That was fucking stupid.
That was.
That was so stupid that she even took it out of her purse. Like, what is the reasoning behind that? You couldn't just discuss it without flashing it in his face and flinging it over the edge? Like, I knew that was going to happen.
Then we go to the thing. I knew that wasn't Spencer because they would have shown Spencer's face in the beginning. I knew it was somebody else. Mona had, Ezra was recruiting Mona for something. Was it possible that he was recruiting her to go to this place and see what the girls are up to, whatever, wear the blonde wig, whatever the case may be. Was it Mona? Was it just somebody else? Whatever, but whoever it was left that wig behind for a reason. If you're in disguise, you don't just take your wig off. It was weird. Then we go to Spencer in the kitchen with Toby and her mother. And, she talks about how she used to have a drug problem when it came to, prescription meds, whatever. And then we come to find out that her mom says, you didn't know what you were doing half the time. So it possibly could be happening again, whatever, but that line stood out, obviously, to everybody, but maybe it's just whatever. But here's what I want to talk about. Okay. We were so dead on this, Ezra's really writing a book, and that's that. Is it possible that maybe, I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump from, theory to theory, and then, once we find out that our theory was right, they have to have an ulterior motive. I don't mean to, confuse you guys or whatever, but is it possible that Ezra started to feel himself, the walls closing in on him, and he planted that book on purpose as his way out of it? Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but are they really going to go the Toby route again, where he's not going to be...
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Is he really...
Saying, is he really bad?
Is he really bad? And just, you know what I mean, planted the book so that way that would be better than him actually being on the 18.
Oh, okay, now
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, now I see what you're saying.
Is it possible that he felt the walls closing in on him and he was like, I need a way out of this. I need a way out of these girls.
Do you think it's possible that, being as though he knew about the whole Toby tattoo thing, that it was him in the woods?
With the tattoo on, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, somebody had to carry that body out there.
Or walk out the body out there. Walk itself out there.
She means, was it maybe
Was
his
it him
body?
in his body.
Yeah.
And they just
And
threw a
that's how
body
And then they threw
there.
a random body in there. Right.
possible. I don't know. I'm starting to feel now
Well, there had to
like.
be somebody lying on the ground. Somebody alive. They never even found somebody.
Well,
You
no,
know what I
they said that was they found a body there after.
No, they found a body someplace else.
No, they found it there, didn't they?
Well, because we saw, like...
It was like a couple episodes later, though. It was like 2 episodes
Yeah, and it was at the end of the episode where they were in the morgue and there was the tattoo, like, fading off, like it was written on the side of the body.
Side of the body. So, but, I mean, he could have been the one that helped Mona.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Here's my thing. I feel like Mona was kind of I got the vibe that Mona was kind of afraid of Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
And I also got the vibe that Mona knew that Arya found out about something. But here's the thing. Let's set aside the fact that maybe Mona is afraid of Ezra. If she's not afraid of Ezra, I kind of trust Mona right now. So I think that...
I think it was her in the reptile place, and I think she left the wig behind on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I kind of trust Mona right now, and I feel like they might be up to no good together, but not in the sense that we're thinking. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or they could be up to no good together, and Mona's just doing it.
They're saying that Ezra has bad intentions. They've been saying that since we found out about Ezra, that he does not have good intentions. And yeah, we could take it as a book thing, but if he does, say that it's not about the book and he has bad intentions, could it be that his bad intentions are not so much A-related and more so bad intentions towards what he wants to do to Allison? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's his bad intentions, and he's not on the A-team, but he is looking for Allison, and he wants to get revenge, whatever the case may be.
Well, like I said, maybe he did get her pregnant. That mermaid story sounds like
Yeah, that
maybe.
mermaid story.
And it's called My Mermaid.
Yeah, that was a good one. We'll talk about that in
She
another
will
video.
feed her mermaid.
We'll talk about that in another video, but I don't know. I'm kind of getting the feeling like now that it was a little too easy for her to find that stuff. In a carnivore book, I mean, I just feel like if he wanted it hidden,
He would keep it in some place that wouldn't be so...
it's not even someplace that wouldn't be so whatever. He would know that that would be something that Arya would pick up on.
Yeah, that's someplace that wouldn't be so obvious.
Yeah, like it just seemed like that was like, here you go, look at my apartment's immaculate. This is the only thing out of place. Look through this. It kind of seemed like more or less a setup. Like he wanted her to find out
It was a cabin.
about a book because, like, that's like the lesser
Well, why
of
was he
the
there
evils. You know what I
anyway?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
Why was he at the cabin anyway? I think he wanted Arya to go there. Like, I don't know if he's listening to them or what, but like he moved his lair. And why would he be at the cabin if he moved his lair?
mm-hmm.
Like, why would he be there?
No, he knows what's up. I think that he's definitely has a different, like, I don't know. Something's still up with him. I don't think it's going to end with the whole writing a book thing. And I don't even think it's going to go, like, you know, in the whole, you know, okay, maybe he did think that Allie got pregnant. Just the way it played out in this episode made me kind of change my views on it a little bit. Like, I was, like, dead set on the whole him, okay, yeah, he wrote a book. And now I feel like maybe that was his cover-up story. There was a couple pages there, don't get me wrong. There's maybe, like, that much. You know, how many years he's been undercover.
Mm-hmm.
You would think he would have a little bit more than that. So... And you would kind of have your actual rough draft book with research and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It just seemed a little too easy. So, that's it. That's it for now. All right, guys. Let us know what you thought. Sorry.